respect your opinion and all that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I'll be honest with you. See, when I was younger and I was doing certain things, or banging on people, or whatever, it wasn't because of music. It was because someone done me something.
Yes,
or done my friend something. That's why I would do something to someone.
Yeah. Yes,
Not
sir.
because Tupac told me to. And I went and saw Toy Story with my youth, and I didn't come out of there thinking I was Buzz Lightyear.
Yes, sir.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I go to cinema, and 8 minutes in, I still know it's a film. This is a film. So it must be down to the individual.
Of course, yeah.
Even the Clint Eastwood, even the Western analogy you used is a good analogy. Okay, so they came out calling themselves Clint Eastwood, so they might hear his music and call themselves Skrapz, but they didn't come out and call themselves Clint Westwood, buy a revolver and start shooting people.
Yeah, cool.
So there wasn't actually an action. There was the idealization. Now, but saying that, I feel like the actual core of everything that Leo Muhammad is saying is the man them know, you know what I'm saying? Like it's true and it's stuff that we do need to deal with.
I don't think so though. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was trying to say, blood.
I think just to
like you don't think that we need more unity in our community?
Yeah, we need more unity, but what's that got to do with the music, bro?
No, I'm not correlating it to the music.
Yeah, I understand why we're here and what we're talking about.
Yeah, of course.
I understand what I'm saying.
I think just
going into something else, black and
wait. Just to interject quickly.
What's the
okay. Let's go historical. Let's go historical.
Sorry.
One thing, brother. One thing. Let's just take it historical, Carl. As a Rasta, let's go back to the roots of this thing, innit? Because the music has a.
Let me make a point. Because Spray's got a point. During the inception of rap music, the Nation of Islam was a big part of that.
Sure.
That's the reason why the Nation of Islam are represented here. You understand? If you go back historically, in terms of the initial rappers that started this movement, they were heavily influenced by people like Arabian Rakim.
And then go back before that, and you're going to talk about Rasta.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to go to the Rasta, which is what I was going to.
So the music is directly connected to. You understand? To the movement.
Basically,
that's the reason why. That's the reason why.
But I think just to summarise. So I think you quickly. Sorry, just bear with me. Just to summarise, Skrapz already said it. I think ultimately it's down to the individual, which is what we're getting here. So we can't. I think it doesn't help going too deep into it like that, because I think that's a different episode.
Can I just put in this one point that I was making before?
Indeed, but I think we just need to
this one point that I was making before, and then I want to hear from the brother with the belly, because he hasn't spoken yet. But can I just make this one point? Because if we actually go back to our rap music and we look at the actual industries, we had Public Enemy, and then they took away Public Enemy with the political message, and they replaced it with NWA. You know what I'm saying? We had
which was the same thing
for our sisters back in the day. We used to have sisters like Lauryn Hill for your little sister to look up to. You understand? But now they don't have that equivalent. You understand? Even in America, one thing I have to say is we have to love the UK. This doesn't really apply to the UK for the simple fact that in the UK, if you do something and you say you're on some funny boy things, you understand? Then your OG card gets revoked in the UK. Whereas in America, a man can be wearing nails and wearing wedding dresses and still be part of the. In England, it couldn't run. You understand? In England, if you're talking to police, then your card gets revoked. If you're doing something, you know what I'm saying? So we've got a higher moral standard over here. But then when we're looking at America, look at Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, Jay-Z, all of them big men who rap about other things, they still support that. And the reason why they support that is because they know they've got little brothers and little sisters. And Young Spray, I feel like that's where it comes down to when I'm talking to the man them. I'm not talking about the man them and their beef, because I've got brothers that have died and none of you here can't tell me to squash it. You get me? I'm going to have to come to my own thing in my own time. You understand, fam? But the reality is, a lot of people. But are you listening? Yeah, fam. But what I'm saying is, none of us want our little brothers, our 12-year-old little brothers, to grow up in the same thing, innit? So my main thing is, how can we influence them? You understand? And I feel like this unity here and them knowing that we want difference from them, I feel like that's how we can change this thing. Because if we get the 12-year-olds and down from 5 years, you understand?
Russ,
let
me come in. Guys, you lot are getting some like 8 million hits, views, yeah? You two are recognised one of the best drill artists in the UK, alright? So you got a lot of influence. A lot of young people are looking up to you, whether you like it or not. Whether you might maybe want to be a role model.
Sure.
Yeah? You might not want that burden on yourself. But the fact is, I've looked at your videos. And it's my young kings over there that actually introduced me to your music. I didn't even know who you were up until recently. But my young two kings over there told me about you and I've done my research. See what I'm saying? And I saw it myself. So obviously, you lot are popular artists. So what's your opinion on this anyway? What's your take on it? So, Skengdo, yeah, and AM. That's it.
Well, see where we come from. That is our reality. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what we wake up to. What we talk about in our songs and stuff like that. Is what we actually do. That's us. You understand? It's not to put out into the public and tell them, oh yeah, this is what you should be doing. It's not trying to influence anybody to do anything what we're doing. We're just sharing like our story to whoever sees it. Do you understand? So when there's things like what my man was saying up on the street, and he's talking about how nothing and stuff like that. Like, to me, I disagree with that. You understand? Because he don't know what we're actually trying to do for me. I wouldn't be doing this if I was just trying to do it for fun, and yeah, that's just me. Like, I'm actually trying to get out and better my life. You understand? Because in the hood, they really.
But you know what? The only thing of that was people would say, okay, in the community, that we know these things go on, right? And you obviously you're speakers on your environment. But in that environment, lots of other things go on as well. So when he's talking about the balance, that's what he's referring to. Because I remember I called Skrapz one time. I was telling him about a song that Nines has got. I think it's called a short name Cool or something like that. I can't remember the title of the song. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Because Nines will bring out that tune and also bring out Trap Over the Year. You see what I'm trying to say? But it's still balanced there because one song clearly saying, boy, I've been doing this thing for X amount of years. I'm not rich yet. I'm still in. You see what I'm trying to say? So I think this is where people talk about the balance and having a clear kind of message, which is not all about the kind of self-destructive stuff.
Can I
But
say
yeah.
A man said the balance, yeah. But what it sounds like is they don't want to put respect on the one side of things because you're talking about the balance, but it's reality as well. So obviously the negative part of it, they don't want to put any respect on it, and that's why that's how they're talking down on us.
It might not be balanced.
You know what I mean?
You might see more badness than goodness.
You know what I
It might not
mean?
be balanced.
So I
Our
feel
life
like
might not be as
a lot
balanced
of
as
people
other people.
are just
We might see
looking.
more badness.
A lot of people are looking for someone to blame right now, innit? There's crime going on, there's stuff going on.
Yeah.
I feel like the involvement of rap to that crime is minimal. Reason I say that, because a man that listens to my song, even girls, are they going to go out and start being up their friends? No, what it is, yeah, more than anything, it's a mood. Like somebody's feeling a certain type of way, they want to listen to this song, and they get pumped, and then the hype dies down after the song, and then they go back to doing what they're doing. What you need to be able to do is distinguish the reality from the song. You know what I mean? When you watch a film, there's reality, and then when you leave the cinema, cool, you're a little bit gassed, it goes down, and you're back to reality because you know that distinguish. The people that can't, the small percentage of people that can't, is not the whole, you know what I mean? It's not everyone in the hood. A man like me that doesn't rap and sits down and watches my chat, he ain't gonna think, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do what he's saying. He's gonna be like, hold on, this dude's doing a lot with the rapping. Maybe I should start rapping. You know what I mean? And that's a different inspiration as to looking at the actual. And then a next man to look at it could say, bro, look at the visuals on that. I want to do some recording. You know what I mean? And no one ever adjusts.
So why hasn't he picked up? Why hasn't he picked up on that?
Huh?
Why hasn't he picked up on that?
No one wants to help that.
He's made.
If you go to if you walk to a hood and you walk to a group of 10 young youths and say, rah, if I could give you 10 grand to do something in this area, what would you do? A man will scream studios.
Trust me.
You know what I mean? A man will scream cameras,
Come on, G.
engineer equipment. You know what I mean? But a man, no one wants to do that. For
No,
them. I don't know how many communities in London have actually the estate where they're from or anything has done that for them. You know what I mean? And it's like man's telling you the formula how to get a man off the road.
Yes, brother.
Do you know, yeah?
Talk
Do you
the
know,
truth,
yeah?
yeah?
See that rap music, yeah? Alright,
the
cool.
truth, brother.
You know you got
Come
goth
here,
music
Jay,
and
listen to-
heavy metal and all that. You know they're devil worshippers, these people. And they go around, they're banging, head banging, doing bare madness. They worship the devil. And they listen to that music, but no one cares. These people listen, they're devil worshippers. You understand? And they're proud, they'll tell you this. I worship the devil, goths or whatever. What music are they listening to?
That's a fair point. And just to
You
add to
understand?
that,
But because it's black people, it's something that it's our music. It's got to get fought down, innit? There's got to be a fight against this because it's something coming from black people that we can now get out of the hood. You get what I'm trying to say? It's all right. It's all right to do rock music and worship the devil and all of that. It's all right for that.
But one thing I'd say,
can I just bring him in quickly, please? Yeah, because he's been waiting.
Yeah, just in terms of the, a number of people have said it's still up to the individual What I'm saying, brothers and sisters, is that when you're dealing with the subconscious mind, it's not up to you. You're not even aware that you've been programmed. People are doing things. That's why so much of what happens in the black community is inexplicable. That's why nobody understands what's going on. Why are young people killing one another? 2 months ago, my nephew, somebody walked up behind my nephew, put a shotgun to the back of his head. He's no more. 14 years old. That's the reality that's on our streets today. No, that was right here, bro, right here in East London. Yes, sir.
My little cousin first gets.
Yes, sir. So my point is this: we can continue to be in denial if we want, but what I'm saying to you is that you haven't seen nothing yet in terms of how it's going to get. It's going to get a lot worse, because until we, as a people, address this, and by the way, I'm not talking about something different other than the music. Everything is connected. We are a holistic people, and this is a holistic, it's going to have to be dealt with in a holistic fashion. Yes, there are negative influences in terms of mainstream television, fashion, you name it. I saw an advert today for a tracksuit that said, what was it that it said on it? Tears. And it was what was it? Oh man, like a crybaby kind of thing, .com. But it's promoted by one of the rappers in the States. My point is that, you know, there's so many ways that they're attacking the black community, and if we're not careful, we become a significant and major part of the problem rather than the solution. You brothers who are rapping and spitting, you have more power than you can ever imagine. But you have the power to change reality. Not. Can I just finish? You have brothers. You have the power to change reality. Not go along with the status quo. Just because you find yourself in a hood, that's not black people's place. We are the people who gave civilization to the planet. So we have to change our thinking about this mentality where, well, I'm just speaking about my lifeblood. It's not your life. This is something that's been imposed on you, and we have to change our own thinking to extricate ourselves from this condition.
The thing is, you know what? The thing is, there's rappers on this table right here.
Yeah,
Look, what I'm saying is, when I first listened to Spray's first mixtape, within all the stuff he's talking about, to me, there's conscious message running through it.
Yes.
I remember in your first mixtape, you was talking about when you was in school, going to Hackney, and you talking about how you got into this whole. Talking about where it all stemmed from.
Yeah, I remember.
You was talking about how you was an A-class student in school.
Come on.
But then, whatever through circumstances. You see what I'm trying to say? But people never pick up on that.
Yeah, but why?
Never pick up
But why?
Because they don't want it.
That's what they hit.
They ignore it.
That's the thing.
They ignore it.
But that's the point.
I got my last
sorry.
Mommy don't cry.
But that's the point. Not everyone picks up on those things. So everyone interprets it differently.
This is what I'm saying. Innit?
I agree.
With as much as brother Leo Muhammad, yeah, and you brother will tell these brothers to rap different, yeah, or try and thing, yeah. I'm speaking as someone who's been doing that rapping. Do you get me? And I can tell you that the people that tell us. I'm not talking about the individuals now.
I heard you at the march, brother. I was inspired,
I hear you, brother. But you see, when people are inspired and they don't come put £5 in my hand for a CD, the inspiration,
we purchased
it means
the CD.
nothing. No, I'm not saying. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying there's people that are inspired.
I understand.
But they're inspired, and but the only people that when I do a show, the only people that come put a £5 in my hand are road brothers. You get me? It's one minute. It's the road brothers in the room. It's the same gangbangers that come and slap a £5 and say, yo, Ras, I love that revolutionary track about the Black Panther. You get me? So, but then the actual people that want to talk about the man them, they won't come and slap the £5 in my hand. They'll say, yo, you're good. Keep it up. Yes, man, keep it up. I got a CD here. Oh, right now, check. Bro, I'm looking at a big elder that just gave a big speech about these man though. So you're not supporting it. So what I'm saying is these lot have to see that that's being supported as well. Do you know what I'm saying? On top of that, it's not a thing where I don't feel like it's a thing where we have to tell anyone what to rap about. You understand? Because like rap is art, it's creativity. You know, like when man's writing is spiritual. What I would say is, if you go to these man's ends and these men actually start seeing us actively in their areas and actually start seeing benefits in their areas, it's gonna come out in their lyrics. Because they're seeing something now, innit?
That's it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because seeing is believing. But while we're here just chatting on a panel, these lot are going to go back to the same circumstances and say them lot were flapping their lips, but when Brethren got stabbed down the road, who was here?
Yeah.
None of us. Just the same man that talk about the same things.
Very true.
So these are the realities. We have to either be willing to march down to our communities and make a change. Because we march down to Parliament. Yeah. We march down to Parliament, we march down for Black Lives Matter, we march everywhere, but yet now we have not marched to our own communities, yeah, just to vibes with our own young ones, but yet we want to talk about them.
So you know what? That's a very fair point. Just to further that point. So are we saying that conscious music doesn't sell?
No, it sells. No, obviously, on the next one now, my brothers. Obviously, it's not even that it doesn't. Or obviously, conscious. I don't like conscious music. Yeah, I don't like that whole conscious music because it's.
We don't like the title.
No, I think it's. I think there's the conscious music that you lot have heard. A lot of the time, it's dead. I make my music. One of my bars is half of my brother them are riders, other half of my brother them are grinders. A couple IPPs, couple lifers. So if I'm rhyming negative, it's how my life is. It's hard to write righteous because they don't know what it's like living like this. My brothers are riders, grinders and lifers. United because we don't like sirens. So that's what we got to tune into. Our common enemy, because we've all got a common op. And their name's the Feds, fam. You get me, fam? So my main thing is when the man them keep it revolutionary, you understand, fam? Then like I feel like my thing is RBG, revolutionary but gangster, innit? Cause if you ask Styles, I don't want to talk so much, yeah. Like obviously I don't even want man to feel like my passion's ego or anything like that. It's not. I'm humble for my brothers. You get me, fam? My main thing is this is every day since they killed Mark Duggan. I was in the courtroom every day, fam. You understand? Edson, I was out there on the front line. Rashan, like I've got a passion for this thing. You get me, fam? Come on, brother. You get me? Every day I wake up for this thing. You get me, fam? So same way the man then wake up for that trap line. You know what I'm saying? And I used to wake up for that trap line. You know what I'm saying? So so basically, when I'm talking about this whole gang violence thing and I'm talking about the music, we got to look at man like Styles P. Man like Styles P is a gangster rapper, and if you go to any of the hoods, yeah, they weren't listening to like all of them Little Waynes and all of them. Man was listening to Styles P, Ransom and all of these real G's. You get me, fam? And if you ask Styles P who his favourite gangster was, he said Malcolm X. You understand? And I feel like the more we as brothers learn about that revolutionary thing, I feel like me, I was rapping the same thing. But the more I learned and the more people was around me, is the more my lyrics changed. Yeah? Sorry, 1 minute. Let me just conclude. Sorry, there's gonna be we're gonna come to that. I think I'm gonna conclude in saying, yeah, I rapped the same thing that everyone else rapped about. Yeah, and I can't expect these man to rap about something that they don't see. The time when my rapping changed, yeah, is when my consciousness changed. You get me, fam? So people came around me, I started learning certain things, Rasta, my culture, my roots, and when that changed, that's when the consciousness came out. And that's what I'm saying with Young Spray, the consciousness that have come out of your bars has come from
Revolution, really the most volume 1.
Do you get it, fam?
Listen to Revolution.
All right, see it there.
Understand?
So Mark, what's your take on this? Because you're a producer, you're behind the boards, making the music.
I'm on both sides of the fence.
Both sides of the fence as well, yeah? Okay.
What's your take on it? So I record a lot of these young artists who are talking this, and the common denominator between all of them, yeah, is a sense of loss. Like a lot of these young people, they feel alone, yeah. And so when we talk about coming together as a people, like it's an individual thing. When he goes into the booth, that's him, between him and the microphone. That's not between him and the public. So there's a balance, and I do understand when people say that they're on a platform to offer a positive message, but then at the point that they start offering a positive message, they lose their platform.
Indeed.
So it's kind of like,
What you get?
it's like, how do you balance this, you know? And then for me, it's all to do with education. So I went back to university at 27, and I just graduated last year, and I finally feel like I have...
Give you a little clap, because you don't know.
And the reason I went back to educate myself is because I had a deeper understanding that in this system that is in place, you have to have knowledge. You have to have knowledge. Knowledge is vital. Knowledge is key. And these young people have no knowledge, especially like rappers. When a rapper goes into a booth, they make a song to express emotions. And then if that song goes on YouTube and does 1 million views, that wasn't that wasn't the point behind the song. So the majority of them, they never expected to end up where they are. And now they're there. Do you think that they're going to ruin that to offer a message that's gonna because I get the fact that it's for the
See,
people.
the message is important though.
The message-
Balance is important. You have to have a couple tunes. See, even my album out now, there's always something else. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's something else in it.
It's all
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
really drill music. That's what the problem is, because it's
Not
so
really,
violent.
because that's their.
Well,
It's
I'm-
not.
these-
It's not.
these are-
That's their. That's their.
Wait,
thing.
wait, wait.
That's their.
These-
They're
these-
violent
these-
kids.
these-
But
They're
you're talking
savages.
about what music
They're
is
violent
actually-
kids. I
You know
went
what,
and
you know
talked to
what?
these kids in ISIS. They're savages.
These two,
You understand?
these
They're
two guys,
violent
Skengdo and
kids.
AM,
You get what I'm trying to say? It's
are
different.
two of the most popular duos in the UK right now. So let them speak on it. Let
Yeah,
them,
go
let
on.
them answer that question.
It was retort.
Yeah, let them answer that question. What was your question?
I didn't actually have a question. I was just stating that the drill music is the violent music.
Yeah.
It's very violent. Like if you're listening to a lot of drill music, it's going to make you want to go and do violence.
Not
What
particularly.
about Gangland? So
Not
when people
particularly.
went and watched Gangland,
Do you know about the
Get me
them
that.
little computer games and all that? That's
That's
what I'm
down
saying.
to
I told my
an
youth
individual
that we
person,
dealing with.
Or
He's
streets
going and
incarcerated
robbing
back
banks
in the
and
day.
he's doing a
Come on,
lot.
cuz.
In that, what's that thing called San Andreas or whatever? He's doing a lot on that video game. He's shooting, licking off people's faces.
Sorry, do you-
what's it? Call of Duty shots,
Do you-
bursting off faces. I'm coming in the front room, blood all over the screen. He's 9 years old.
Do you
You get what
genuinely
I'm trying to say?
do you
I've
genuinely
had-
feel that drill music makes people go
You
do
get what I'm
violent
saying?
things? Is that a genuine thought, or is that just
music.
something that you feel that you've heard before? Sorry, is that something you just feel you've heard in the masses, or do you genuinely believe that?
I think that okay, if you want my honest opinion, I feel like melanated people are very
Black people.
black people, or whatever you want to call it. They're very away from their natural state, which is like if you want to get technical and we're talking about diet, the diet is very incorrect. If you're eating a lot of meat, you're like the spiritual essence of that meat is very like it makes you bloodthirsty because you're eating animals.
Okay, I think I get your
That's
point.
basically
No, what-
drill
what-
music. Yeah.
But
What?
Got the red meat.
You know. Can we put one thing into? Can we put one thing into thing? Let's put one. Let's put something into perspective here, yeah. Cause sometimes, yeah, when we're talking about this thing, yeah, we're acting like the man them are the worst people on the planet, yeah. I know you're not saying that, yeah, but the bloodthirsty metaphor kicked it off in my head, fam. Overstand, yeah, that overstand that. When you're seeing bombs dropped on Palestine and Syria and women and children dying, it's none of these man. It's none of these man. Do you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, in this society, yeah, you got some real evils going on. You know, you got some real bankers that are taking mills, you know, fam, and getting slaps on the wrist. You get me? And a man took water in a riot, and the man's still in jail right now, fam. So I'm saying, yeah, there's this thing that we have in this society of zoning in on the man. And the man them are at least being honest. You understand? Once we get to an honest point, the man them are here reasoning. They come out here to reason. They wouldn't have come out outside of their yard to sit on this panel, yeah, if they didn't have some interest.
Absolutely.
You understand? So my main thing is, yeah, let's not come like we don't want to be coming It's not acting like there's the issue is the system. The issue, yeah, is the environment. That's the issue, yeah. Now, obviously, they become now we all of us in our own way, shapes or form. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a man that's working in the museum now. You know what he's doing? He's handling stolen goods, whether you like it or not.
Come on.
He's handling stolen goods, bruv. Because there's bare stolen goods inside the museum. So we all, in some way, shape or form, you know what I'm saying? In some way, shape or form, we... No, what I'm saying is, in some way, shape or form, we all fall into the thing. What we've really got to look at, yeah, what we've really got to look at, yeah, is when man talked about the San Andreas thing, yeah, I believe that when they put San Andreas, yeah, into all of the youth yard, I believe that was to make us, to influence us, cause to go out on the roads. I believe that COD is to desensitize us to the wars that are going on. You understand? And make you want to join the army. I believe that the movies, I believe that everything that they are trying to use it against us, but I believe that the solution,
that's what
that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you understand? And I believe that there's music, especially them young fucks and all of them, man. I don't like them at all, but I ain't got no time for none of them funny boy. So obviously, anyway, yeah, like especially music like that, I feel like that could be detrimental to the youth, and so there is times when music can be detrimental to the youth. I do believe that the drill music, you get me, is a military music. It's a military mode that the man them have come up with. But this is what I'm saying. If you go down to their communities and you revolutionize their communities, you're going to see it come out in their music. If you sit here and you judge them and you go to your house, you're not going to see any changes. That's the facts.
I appreciate that point, but just to bring things back into perspective, I think we need to be careful about what we're actually asking. So when you say that, or stated, when you say that drill music is violence or the cause of violence, you've got two artists here who are trying to retort, and then you go into a completely different subject matter. It dilutes the argument. So, do you genuinely wait? No, we didn't actually. It was a good debate, but it wasn't a good argument. But do you genuinely believe that drill music is violent?
Of course he does.
If I listen to drill music, I'm start getting violent thoughts.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's
The subconscious is open to it.
Why do you get
because like
The subconscious is open to it.
because you got violent thoughts, would you go out there and act on it now?
no, I
Because of the
wouldn't act
music?
on it, but it would make my thoughts more because I'm a very spiritual person. So
You
when
feel
I-
like
when I-
stabbing the
okay,
chair with a
fork.
I won't think about stabbing a black person. I'll think about
No.
Yeah, but why has it got to be labelled as a black or white person? Does it? It's just anyone in general.
Oh my God.
Is that just is that your subconscious?
Gangsters around, Asians
All right. So okay.
Indians around, man.
Sorry.
There's all sorts
Any
around.
doesn't matter if they're
Mark,
black, white, or
Mark.
what. Would that music make you go and do an act of violence on somebody else? Anybody?
I think
Any
she's
kind of
a
music,
good
drill
point.
music. If you listen to drill music, when you go, there you go.
Okay.
You know what?
All right, let me-
See all this is meant to
No, you're right.
Yeah. It is. But unfortunately,
Let him answer to
no.
this.
Mark needs to say something quickly.
Let him answer to the drill.
Oh, you want to answer to the drill thing? Okay. Sorry, Mark. Just give me
I'm
one
saying,
second.
alright, cool. I got a brethren, innit? And he's been through a lot of shit and a lot of pain, innit? And he doesn't know how to channel that. So what he started doing was going boxing. And he was channeling it through boxing. And then he got his injury. So then he's like, bro, when I listen to your shit, after that I'm calm, bro. After I've done all the getting hyped and whatever, I'm calm after that, bro. It takes my mind off it. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's a lot of people that go through that as well, and they use it as a release rather than taking on violence.
That's a fair point, actually. That's a very good point. We're going to come to that. I need to just quickly.
Yeah, quick, because of the time constraints.
Indeed. I just need to
And
Mark.
then the two artists need to leave very soon. So what we're going to do is do a Q&A.
Sure.
And then start talking to kind of about solutions, because that's what we're here for.
Of course, and actually-
Ultimately, what is the solution to deal with what's going on?
That's a good point, but we've kind of the reason why we kind of spilled on is because we did have some solutions which Rascal
Right.
come up with. But
We're gonna
Mark,
deal
just
with that,
just quickly.
2016, I had a young man come to my recording studio, and he recorded a song. And in the song, he mentioned another young man's name, and around the person's name, he was talking about I want to stab man and did it. So in that session, I addressed it with him. So I listened to what he said. At the end of the session, I said to him, like, what's going on with my man? He's like, look, doesn't matter where I see man, 4 days later, he see that young man and he killed him. That young man is now doing 25 years that he's riding his life.
So this is where, when we talk about, is there a correlation? Yeah. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That person,
everyone says that they're
No, that is-
You have to wait. Please give them a chance. We'll come back to you.
I didn't make the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is, that was done to an individual basis.
Yeah.
That was one individual
Sure.
to another. Alright. That's not. That.
It's not a generic view, is it? It's not populist. It's not
Everyone
populist
says
view.
they're murderers. They want to murder it all.
Yeah, so just because of that one
It's
issue,
true. It's true.
Sorry, can we? Sorry, but
One thing I think the
sorry, Mark needs to finish. Can we just let Mark finish,
Let him
please?
finish.
Please.
you can't tarnish a whole genre of music, yeah? Because drill's expression. So all.
Why are you coming back to that?
Why am I coming back?
I'm gonna chill out.
this is not an argument. It's not an argument.
No need for rudeness.
Go on, brother.
Yeah, no need for rudeness.
It's because I'm very much a part of that. I'll be honest with you, I'm very much a part of this community. So I'm front line. So I feel like my opinion is more relevant than yours personally, because I'm.
Because you're melanated.
That's a ridiculous concept. That's a
Yo,
ridiculous
that's how
concept.
basic- Go on, brother. That's how mad thing. I
That's a
don't know what
ridiculous
that is.
concept, Mark. Go on.
Basically,
Don't know what that is.
when we talk about trap music, yeah, listen, I make melodic trap music. I know a lot of these young artists make like Kojo Funds. Let's use Kojo Funds as an example. Okay, his sound comes from drill. Yeah, a lot of people in here listen to Kojo Funds. A lot of people is on the radio. Without the drill influence, we'd have no Kojo Funds. So it's all relevant. It's all relevant. It's all needed. So yeah, the negative stuff, the positive stuff. To me personally, I feel like it's all needed. People thrive from. People take messages out of. It's the message you take out of music. You know?
I feel like we can all agree here, yeah, that all of the messages should, like, my main thing is never like that drill music shouldn't be pushed. My main thing is that sometimes when you have like revolutionary music or black empowerment music or R.I.P. Mark Duggan music or Bashy Black Boys music or Swiss Crime music or Jaja Soul's Black Empire music. There seems to be a fight from the industry, and I think that one thing that we all should take into consideration is these white managers and record labels. They would not necessarily, I cannot see them letting their white youth talk about killing. Like, I couldn't see them pushing it the way they push our thing. You understand? That's something that I had my own personal. I had to think. Would they push that in the same way? And I personally don't think they would. So I feel like these are the questions that we have to.
Yeah, well, K-Cole got signed by Rock Nation.
Colour has nothing to do with music now.
That's what I'm saying.
Talking about.
Yeah, but who do you think his manager was in Rock Nation?
Talking about.
Who do you think his manager was?
Why you talk green?
No. That's great.
I know that everyone does it.
Honestly, we're going to come to questions after, but we need to keep it very perspective.
Which is definitely being affected and being talked about at the most. So us in the black, obviously, there's gangsters everywhere. The main gangsters are in Scotland. Like the biggest crime rates and that is in Scotland. It's some white youths down in Scotland. It's not no black youths.
Parliament.
Yeah, and the real ones are in Parliament. You get me? But what I'm saying is, there's still something within the black community where we have to still say that obviously we got 14-year-olds dropping. We got to see all of the avenues. So my main thing isn't that you cut out any sort of music. My thing is that the balance is there for the public at equal levels. You get me, fam? Like the balance is offered. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, because I feel like right now they're trying to push just that. And I feel like if you check, I feel like if you man change your narrative, they won't care about you. And I feel like that's the evil thing.
You just gotta see different. You gotta see more. You just gotta open your eyes.
Do you want to be on a panel? Do you want to sit down on a panel and speak? Do you want to sit on a panel?
Yeah,
go. You know what? Come and sit on a panel, because you've got a lot to say. Come and sit on a panel, and then I'll take over for your seat.
Right, we're just going to let's put questions and I guess with solutions. So I know everyone's been wanting to talk. You should have probably stayed, because then you could have asked all your questions. But
No, she can ask.
You know what?
okay, good. All right. So does anyone want to ask any particular panel member a question about what we've discussed, or make a comment about what we've discussed? Sir, your name, please. What's your name? Ryan.
I want to know how anyone can justify wanting to or talking about killing someone in their music, or or stabbing someone. Let's say an act of violence.
Sure.
Right? I'm sure three of you artists. I don't know about yourself. I'm sure not so much yourself, but in terms of like listening, because I've listened to all of your music. I'm not going to say like I've listened to all of your music and I know everything inside out and I know the balance, because I don't. But the truth is, like, having a chance to now talk to you and say, all right, well, when you talk about, I'd burst that man, or I'd dip him up, or shank, all of these kinds of things, how do you justify that within yourself? When you're not talking about it from a sense of, he's done something to me and I'm feeling so angry, and right now I feel like this is how angry I am that I have the potential to do that. But it's more like you're promoting that kind of lifestyle.
How do you know?
Is that
How do you know it's promoting?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he's asking. I mean, is that
I'm saying, how do you justify it?
Do you know what it is?
is that to anyone in particular, or just everyone?
I'll do it to Spray.
Obviously, it's the Spray. I can see you. Yeah, you're knowing there's ching-ins, there's all sorts of
compliment as well.
What it is,
you missed that.
Like, it's not nothing that you even try and justify, to be fair. It's just that's just us.
That's what it is.
Advertising our life, not promoting. I'm advertising what I'm dealing with. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not promoting it.
Let the guy finish.
The guy doesn't want to live it. This is what.
Let Ryan have his.
It's valid.
Sure.
You just said because he wants to live it, but what I'm trying to say to you is he doesn't want to live that life. He lives that life because he has no choice. Poverty.
If I was to write, are you listening?
Education, bro. Education.
If I was to write an article about everything that's happening, and who's going to listen to me?
You'd be surprised.
You'd
be surprised that
you
have more power than just
Fam, listen to this, yeah.
But that's at the stage now.
Let's take one by one.
Right. See this album I've got now, yeah. Imagine I've got this is at the 2 Not Guilty. I said, look, my youth just got a gap, yeah. I just looked at him and said, I knew that. You get me? That was wrong, and I knew that. But if I told him like the gun thing, he'd be like, are you mad? You get what I'm trying to say? Spray. He taught me how to be bad. Like, do you get what I'm trying to? Yeah, come on. But I'm saying, like, you have to understand, bro. Yeah, like where we're coming from.
You ain't real like that. You ain't real like that. No. To tell the truth, you ain't built like that. Never. Summertime, so the roof peel right back. I'm living luxury. And last month I was living up in custody. Not police, then these models want cuffs on me. You ain't real like that. Riding with my day ones, I'm in the field like that. Can't phone for a bull, I don't deal like that. You ain't real like that, you ain't real like that. My brother's been in jail for years, and I still right back. I'm on the block with the guys, man, it's still like that. They say I'm gonna blow, but I still might trap. Yo, I'm smoking on Stardog, my wrist costs a half box. Driving them foreign sea police, we park off, cause babes, I'm a crook. I'll still show you what's good.